Hello everybody! If you are watching this video when it comes up, then I will be sitting in a Regal Cinema watching the Quintessential Quintuplets movie that comes out tonight. I do have to drive a bit of a distance to actually find a movie theater that actually has the movie playing, but I don't care. It's Quintessential Quintuplets, so I'm opening this because I want to reminisce about the movie. So what I will say is please do not write in the comments about who actually marries Futaro. If you do that, I will delete that comment. I would have watched the movie by then, but in case anybody else has not seen it, I don't want you to spoil it for them. If you want to talk about the movie, feel free, but please do not put that in the bottom who actually marries. That would not be cool. I don't appreciate that. So, but with that, I have this to open. So I actually never opened Quintessential Quintuplets 2. I bought a playset kind of. I went on TCG Player, bought it for $85. It was amazing. And I want to open some more of my Quintessential Quintuplets case because I never actually opened it all. I'm true to my word where I like to spread this out over the time period. And watching the last thing from the Quintessential Quintuplets being the movie and not a season three, this is a good time to actually open this and see how they've grown throughout the years, which they have. And you can even just tell that by the playmat, right? Look at Itsuki right there, going from season one to season two. So pretty cool. I'm gonna open one and two. I just want to show you real quick, going first and going second cards. Really nice. You get these from the Japanese boxes, one per case if you're lucky to do that. I was gonna open this Voice Brody magazine that had a whole issue about the quintessential quintuplets, but I'm not going to do that just because I'm assuming they had something in here about the movie, and I have successfully dodged everything spoiler wise when it's come to the movie, except for the part where people said who marries the Futaro in the end. That I found out like 2 years ago or something like that, which was kind of a downer to hear that happen, to get spoiled on that. But you know what? I'm enjoying the ride for what it actually is. So Quintessential Quintuplets 1, getting into this. My case so far, I've only opened one SP, and here you go. Here is the rarities that we have in there. So we have SSP, we have Hanayomi rares, and then we have SP rarity on here. There are double rare pluses in this actual set, so they're pretty uh, rare to get. I would say out of a whole case, that was like the big talk back in the day about getting double rares. But if you double rare pluses, but if you take a look at the pricing, the double rares are where it's at. There are some expensive rares because we know that the quintessential quintuplets, the set is pretty good in the meta. People are preparing for the movie set that comes out sometime next year. We don't know yet at this point, so people are prepping for that. Card prices have gone up quite a bit, substantially actually. But for me personally, I wanted to play it a bit. That's why I bought a playset of Season 2, Volume 2. I have everything I need from Season 1, Volume 1, whatever you want to call it. And I'm ready to go. So I'm just waiting for the movie set to come along. I know people are saying the movie set is going to be pretty, it's going to need to be banned in some form or fashion. That's what they're saying, anyways. And we have, if you go back to my videos, I did one of these quintessential quintuplets where it was see the anime cards, see the cards that came from the anime, something like that. I did it a bit. I did that for Rent a Girlfriend too. I think I did it for Slime Volume 2 as well. It was a lot of fun actually going back and looking at all these different cards. So, my favorite, if you haven't already heard, was Miku. Miku's definitely one of my favorite out of the entire series. Here she is. Look at her. It's a nice, cute, shy. It's the introvert in me rooting for her as well. Just kind of like Bochi the Rock. I've been. I need to talk about episode 8. I just haven't had the time to actually sit there and go through Bochi the Rock, as in make an anime video, but I definitely want to do that at some point because that's such a cool series. I love Yotsuba. Yotsuba is hilarious. Every one of these girls, no matter what, even though Miku is my favorite, every girl is special in their own way, right? We all know from the quintessential quintuplets that each one is unique, right? And then they all have their own personality and traits and all that. And who who couldn't pick one that I actually like? I know there's some people that just hate the series, so I guess you could say you're one of those people that won't pick a girl because you didn't bother watching it. But for the rest of us that enjoy this, there is something for everybody when it comes to this actual show. I don't know if I'm going to talk about the movie after I watch it. I do have other boxes I can open to actually open and pull this out, but not too sure on that. But feel free again to write in the comments what you thought of the movie. Just please don't put the ending spoiler in there because that is not cool to do. And then we have this moment. I like that when he was pretending that Itsuki was pretending to Miku and he was going along with that so that they could teach each other because they didn't want to be truthful with each other. I don't know. The funny part was my niece. She watched one episode of Quintessential Quintuplets, and she was like, I don't like these shows because you know right away who's gonna fall in love, or who's going to end up marrying right away. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually true in this series. I like that when they get stuck in that out in the camping trip, wherever they were. What were they trying to do? When they get the logs, they were putting the logs away or something, or taking logs out of it, and then they got locked in that room. So a cool moment. Who knew that you couldn't start a fire inside of a room, just in the middle of a room? And the sprinklers went off. I really do enjoy this series a lot. I'm glad that Bushy Road, Weiss Schwarz actually brought it over. There was that talk for the longest time that this was never going to come, which is very disappointing. And I was one of those people that was like, please come over. That would be really cool. Nino has definitely been one of those characters that I loved over time because, I like Miku. And then knowing that she would be such a competitor against her, I didn't like her as much, though. She was a lot of fun. And Yotsuba still. I don't know if I got that card yet that Yotsuba lied that she actually loved him and just laughed in his face. It was hilarious. But that was when she was chasing him around the room and she was checking his heartbeat. Oh. Weiss Schwarz. I cannot say how much I love this anime or this company just because of the animes that they bring over and I can relive this moment. So we have Nino here. I really do. I don't know at what point I'm gonna finish opening this case. Again, I'm just taking it nice and slow because this is what I enjoy doing with my stuff. I don't enjoy selling it. I enjoy looking at the anime one more time. And Sengoku quiz. Oh man. Miku loving that history. That is one thing that I do not like about Miku. Not that I don't like her for it. It's just I wouldn't be able to keep up. History was my worst subject in school. I don't know about the rest of you if you enjoyed history and geography. I never really got into it. I know it's important to understand history because history repeats itself, and one of the things you should know is history so that doesn't happen. But I can't do it, man. I can't. When they start quizzing me on the years versus what factually happened, I think that's what killed me about history. It's about the years. But I get it. It's kind of nice to know the timeline of when things actually happen. That's very important. But for me, it wasn't just one of the things that I like to remember. So, and then we have Let's Be Fair. So this is pretty much towards the end when they're on their school trip when all of them pretty much, I think at that point, realized that, you know what, we like this dude and we're gonna have to battle him out for him. But what a guy, right? What this show is all premised on, meeting a girl 5 years ago and running into all the girls later on, and they happen to be quintuplets, and now you're just playing a game of who is who with this boy. I really wonder in the movie like how he figures it out, if someone actually tells him or he just knows instinctively that that was the person that he met a years ago. It'd be interesting to see that one come out. So season one, I enjoyed a lot. I think he was kind of mean. The only thing I didn't like about it was how Futaro was kind of mean to Itsuki. That would not be the route I would take on her when they first met. So I don't know why you would be that rude to her. He did look good as a blonde. I will say that. He should have kept that hair right there, right there. I know it's a wig, but I think he should go back to that. Quite enjoyable. So, um, the movie, I can't wait to see it, man. This is not the good one. So when you get a double rare, you're gonna want to get one of the other girls, not Miku. You're gonna want to have. I think the big one is Itsuki at this point. People have been buying up because you're gonna be making an Itsuki deck potentially. You can make a Nino deck for set two, for set three, or movie set. What do you want to say about it? But there is a lot of options out there, and I think we're at a point meta-wise where you don't have to play Quints to win, right? You don't have to actually do that. Sure, it is pretty strong, but there still is Hololive. People are still rocking out the Tokyo Revengers, some AOT out there. So we're in a good spot, I think, right now, from what I'm seeing. Again, I don't have a local, so don't yell at me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've been seeing, tournament-wise, results-wise, happening here. I think so. I really hope if I do pull a Hanayomi rare. I know it's at some point I will that it will be my Miku. Obviously, if you've seen my past Quintessential Quintuplets opening, I just pray for a Miku, and that would be really nice to see. So far I've gotten a Itsuki SP, not one of the greatest though, and this is our SR, one step forward Ichika. Ooh, that looks nice. That's so pretty. That really is pretty. I like that. You shine in the light, so. Pretty cool. These boxes are getting expensive just because people are the amount of supply is going away. The playability is pretty good, but should they reprint it? I don't think so. I don't think you need a reprint at this point. There's still some supply out there. There's other sets that you can play with if you want to actually play. I've said this on another video. I'm getting to the point where I don't think that there should be a whole lot of reprints outside of right away when the set comes out. Because the last couple of reprints that we've seen have been not so good price wise, not really strong. And oh, here we go. We got an Itsuki right there. Thank you. So a nice card price wise. I mean, it's a nice looking card. Don't get me wrong, but this is definitely an expensive card at this point. Right? I remember these things were back like $1, $2 for a double rare of Itsuki. I think Nino's like $3. Ichika, I haven't looked in a while, so she was at least 6, 7, something like that. If I'm wrong on that, then yeah, I'm wrong on it. But I'm pretty sure she was up there. Wow. Okay, that one went flying, but I caught it. I caught it with my thighs. By the way, I hate clowns. So this didn't freak me out when I watched it in the show, but if that was in real life, I don't know what I'd do. I'm not one of those people, you know, when you try to say I'm gonna take you to a haunted place, and they go, I don't want to go because I'm probably gonna punch the actor in the face. I don't know if I don't think I'd punch the actor in the face, the people working there. I mean, you should expect that if you're going to these places, they're gonna jump out at you. But no one really wants to go with me. Everybody's too afraid to actually go. So we got a second SR, which is, I want to say, a little sad. Not because it's Itsuki, but more for the fact that, again, I will have to wait for another day for an SP to pop up. Because I don't think you can actually get 3 in an actual box, but that is just my thought. It's a cool looking one. It's Itsuki in her pajamas. I do like that. Like that. So that reminds me of the promo card for the Bushy Road magazine that I picked up, and we got the girls in pajamas. So I do like how they progress, right? They change over time. Nino definitely has changed. Miku grew up a bit. I think Yotsuba realizes that she can't just go on and help everybody else. She needs to think about herself from time to time. So watching them go from this, season 1 to season 2 actually is pretty cool. And I like this moment where Ichika doesn't even realize that, she's all blushy face. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move on the box too. because since I already got two of these, there's no point in doing that. I just really wanted to talk about the show, go on the movie. So we're gonna wrap this up here, and I'm gonna do a playmat change. So that was Quintessential Quintuplets 1. Here's Quintessential Quintuplets 2. So out of this case, I have not opened anything yet. This is what I got. Um, Not what I got, but this is what I'm gonna open here. So we're gonna open Quintessential Quintuplets 2. Again, I didn't bother opening any at this point just because there was no real need to. I was thinking about it and I'm like, I could open this for myself, but right now I was busy picking up cards to play with and then cards to actually get singles of. Because when you look out on TCG Player, there was a crazy amount of this stuff actually open, right? For playability wise, for people just trying to resell. And what ended up happening was the price definitely dropped off. And since I owned a playset already, there was no need for me to actually open this outside of getting shiny stuff. But when you look at it on TCG Player, the SRs are so cheap. So cheap. I'm not talking about like your couple expensive ones like Nino's, something like that. But if you look at like a Miku's like $2 for an SR, and I could just pick all of them up. And I will tell you, that's what I did with a bunch of these things. I went and opened. I didn't open any. I went and bought off TCG Player because that made a lot of sense to me to actually do. Oh, so here is my PR card. I guess I shouldn't take this out. I already have a playset of them, so I'll just leave that there. There's no reason for it. So playset wise, I bought 4 of everything, including 4 of each promo card. So I am set on that one. And inside of this box, going back here again before I go on, we got SSP, it's the same ones. We got Hanazawa rares. Oh, we got OFRs, that's right. So take that back. Go back 3 seconds. I did not. There is no SPs in here. They are OFRs. And this is the set that I didn't like the Hanazawa rares as much as the first set. I thought the first set was a lot nicer. When you get to the movie set, those look pretty sweet as well. So we got an SR right away. Look at that. Yotsuba. And like some of these foils that I have slash I've seen people open, not all the greatest. You can barely tell on some of these cards that it's foiled. This one you definitely can tell. So Yotsuba right there, our first SR. And so Mood Maker Yotsuba. Yotsuba tries her best. She tries her best for everybody. It's a little sad that it almost looks like she gets the shaft sometimes on having to deal with stuff or putting herself last. But I'm gonna switch sides here. I don't know which side to pick from. So I have failed at the first pack magic at this point, and we will see what this brings us. So what do I like about this season? Season 2. Let me think about what happened. Everybody fought for the dude. They went to a hot springs. Nino confessed her love to uh, Futaro. That was a fun time. I didn't see that one coming out of nowhere. I mean, at some point, right, they're all gonna confess their love, but I didn't expect that to happen right on his. Was that a motorcycle? I feel like it was a motorcycle. So I didn't expect that to happen right there. We got good actress Ichika, who's always dying in her films apparently. Ah, a single lie. I did feel bad for Ichika. I mean, she did some horrible things in season 2. It was really bad what she did. But when you go back into her story, when she was talking about when she actually first met Futaro, that, you know what? The glue is stuck. When she met Futaro the first time, it was actually during that school trip 5 years ago. So she was not lying about that. And, it broke her heart. He was really harsh to her that night when she was trying to explain it to him, and it was just bad. But again, he was I don't know who was he was in his right, but maybe he should have not been so harsh. So then we have Miku. I always wondered. So Itsuki brought these fancy underwear with her. I was really wondering what Itsuki was going to do with that. Not really sure. Maybe she wears. I'm not a girl, obviously. Maybe you wear nice underwear on like a date. So maybe if she had Futaro for the day, she was gonna wear that. I'm not sure how that all works. If you're a lady, if you feel like telling me, oh, I love this picture. This is one of the ones where I was like, this better be a climax card when this set comes out. So I was happy to see that they actually put that in there. I really wanted the scene where they jump into the water. Futaro falls into the water wearing his Sena outfit, and they all jump in after him. I thought that was cool. And then he had to save Nino because she was having issues swimming. It was really cold, and I think it just her body went into some sort of shock. So he jumps in, and then she's like, "Oh my God, I love you." In her mind, she didn't say that. She was like, "Oh man, why's it got to be this guy?" So we got Nino. Look at her. What does that say? We seem to bump into each other in the bath a lot. So I that was this is the point where this season she cut her hair, which was pretty interesting. It seems like and this is her giving her love, but this reminded me of, I guess you could say, Naruto when Sakura cut her hair. I mean, she didn't try it; she had to do that to win the battle, but it was kind of like a moment momentous occasion, right? So the same thing happened here. You got a lot of Nino in season two. I'm not saying that was bad. We got to learn a lot about Nino. I do want to try her cooking though. It apparently is really good. We saw that in season one. We saw that in season two, and we got Rena here. So it was neat. And Miku trying to cook. Miku, it's okay. My wife. Not. I'm not equating her to my wife, but in my relationship, I have to cook. So it's okay if I. I've always thought it was okay if the girl in my relationship didn't cook. I stopped here and think because I'm thinking back and I'm like, you know what? All the girlfriends I've ever had, and now my wife, right? None of them knew how to cook. I don't know if that's a thing now, that just because I think now I'm thinking, I'm going through the Rolodex of, not Rolodex in a weird way, but of all the different girls that I know. And I'm like, how many of them actually cook? And it's not many. I will tell you, there was only probably two that I know of that were good at cooking. The one, her mom owned a restaurant, so she was helping out there cooking, and the other one just liked to do it. I remember one time I was sick, and my old girlfriend, she made chicken soup for me, and I ate it, and then I felt horrible, more horrible afterwards, and it's because I took a look at the chicken afterwards, and the chicken was still raw. And I was like, okay, well that explains why I've been food poisoned, because I've actually been food poisoned. Not that she tried it. I mean, she tried her best to make me homemade chicken soup. It just didn't turn out that way. It didn't turn out well. So yes, that happened to Futaro, right? In a way, it wasn't that he was sick, right? He was eating Miku's food, got too full, and then Nino made him some food as well. So that was pretty cool of Nino. Nino's nice. I like her. If it wasn't for Miku being here, if you like delete Miku out of here, I think I'd be on board the Nino train. Right, we had that Nino train card, right? Here we go. Runaway Train of Love. I'd be on the Nino train, but you know what? Miku exists. I'm going with her. And we got this nice Ichika card, of course. I think this one's $5. It's a pretty nice card. Oh, this guy's a glasses. Ichika is cool. I do like her. Outside of again, what she did to Miku in season two, I think she would have been really cool as a girl to get to know. But tonight, when I go and watch this movie, I don't know what kind of emotion's going to go through me. I seen that this is 2 hours and 17 minutes long. Yes, I looked it up because I needed to know, because I'm going for quite a drive. How long are going to be out tonight? It is by the casino. I might swing by there. I didn't tell my wife that. She's not going with me, obviously, because she doesn't watch anime. Oh, I love this scene. Wholehearted feelings. Miku. Ah, Miku. Bingo. This is when he was trying to figure out which girl is which. He was supposed to identify him with the power of love, and he was able to get Miku right there. And she jumped on him. She jumped all over him. So that was pretty neat. I think that I wonder in this movie if Miku is really gonna try. It feels like she gave up on him. That SSP, I think it's like 200 something dollars, if I remember correctly. Yeah, these SSPs are so low just because of how many people actually uh, opened this stuff. And the Miku is the one where she's pointing at him and saying, "I love you." I like that. That was a cool. That was a cool way how she confessed, and then she retracted it. She retracted it like Yotsuba did. It was messed up. And Futaro walked away. I really wonder in the end if he. I think he knows that she liked him. Look, we got a Nino double rare, and if he actually knew that she liked him, and then she just said that because the sisters were behind them when she was confessing right there. I'm not really sure. He is kind of an airhead when it comes to this, but I will say I'm the same way. Very, very much so. A lot of people, some of the girls that took me out, I didn't realize was an actual date, and they got pissed off at me. So I am definitely one of those people that cannot tell the difference between hanging out and actually going on a date. So that is a true story, unfortunately. So I say unfortunately because yeah, that would have saved me a lot of pain or issues had I known that I was supposedly on a date with some of these girls. I don't know, I've never been one of those people that really thought that way. I kind of just want to go out and have fun, never really thinking that people actually liked me in that way. So that's why I always end up getting into some sort of trouble in my social life. So New Year, Nino. And with this set, I know Nino is the big one, of course, from it. People are picking up some of these cards for the movie set for a Itsuki deck you could do on it for season two as well. Frank words, Nino. This is the part I'm going with who I like. You don't get to say no. Nino is just very aggressive. It's always fun to have someone aggressive, just telling you. I don't. Man, this sounds weird every time I start saying stuff. I gotta stop there. I'm gonna stop there. It's more fun sometimes when you have somebody that's not like a jerk, but just kind of giving you like you don't have to think about things, right? Um, if you've everybody's had this situation happen, right? When you go, hey, what do you want to eat tonight? And then 30 minutes later, you're still trying to figure it out. A person like Nino, I feel like, is going to just be like, we're gonna go to this place and that's it, or I'm gonna be cooking and that's what's gonna happen tonight. That's what I mean. It seems like a lot of less hassle having a Nino around. And we got wholehearted main in Nino, so my double rares are definitely on the Nino side, which is pretty nice because there's some of more expensive ones. You definitely want the Itsuki because people were buying these out. I don't know if I got all the girls at this point of this one. It is cool though because I know people have shown it before, but you can almost link these cards, the five cards together, and my fun card right there. So I don't know where this is all going when it comes to the movie tonight. All I know is I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna be by myself. I don't know if I'm gonna see anybody out there. I have this feeling that there's gonna be a decent number of people because around my area, I have to drive quite a while to actually get to a movie theater. So I feel like some people will actually end up going there to this movie, and it's only playing on Friday and Tuesday, which kind of stinks. Before it was actually they had movies from it was Friday to Tuesday, but now it's down to two showings. Not really sure what happened there. So we got SR Nino. That's a nice one. What does this one say? I was supposed to keep it a secret until the day of the head start on gifting. Oh, okay. I think that was when they were like, we're going to give gifts But then they're like, no, let's not. We're not gonna bother the guy because he needs to do well on his test, I believe. And we have, oh, here's Miku. So I think I got them all in my head. I at least got 4 out of the 5 of them. And Yotsuba. So unfortunately, you're not going to see anything cool in this one because that is the 2SRs. I'm going to stop here. There, I don't imagine there is anything else in here. I had to go back and think about this, what the rates were. But again, I can't wait. This is going to be really cool tonight to actually see the culmination of Quintessential Quintuplets. Even though there isn't a season 3, going into the movies is pretty cool as well. I love the movie experience. If you've heard me talk about movies before, I have one of those unlimited passes because I go to the movies a lot. It's my time to like get away from work, my time to get away from everything. You're in a dark room, you got food by your side, you got a drink, maybe some people around you that are your friends, family, whoever, and you're just enjoying the 2 hours and no cell phones and all that stuff. That's why I like going to the movie theaters because it's a nice time to get away. But I am going to enjoy this movie. Again, if you are going to write about the movie, please write in the comments. Do not write who marries who in the end because I don't want it spoiled for anybody else. But if you're going to see it, please enjoy and let me know how it goes. All right, as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.